Hello and good evening. Welcome, my human pets, to another episode of Cooking with Ro. This week, we continue with spooky season treats. As always, feel free to give this a like and hit the subscribe button. It helps us get some fresh blood. Well, aren't you the most fortunate of souls? This evening, I, Countess Ro, will keep you good company. That is, of course, if you can follow directions. If not, I'll have to make a proper meal out of you. The moon is my sun. The night is my day. Blood is my life, and you are my prey. But tonight, I'll make an exception. I'll invite you into my cove and tell you all there is to know. Do you want to learn the secret you learn from living forever? The truth is, none of us really change over time. We only become more fully what we are. Damned. Now come closer. Let's begin. A vampire may play with her food, but she never sets it free. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Are we not all just a pile of bones underneath anyway? For these lovely bones, we're going to need 1 cup of sugar, the whites of 4 eggs, and lastly, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Let's get our ingredients out, beginning with the eggs. To begin, we're going to separate the egg whites from the egg yolk using the shell. You're going to want to gently crack the egg on its side, then gently remove the shell. Using that shell, you're going to twist and turn it, plopping it from one side to the other until all of the egg whites are in your bowl. Once you remove the yolk from the egg whites, toss aside the eggshell and place the egg whites into your mixing bowl. Now, those of you at home do not have vampiric speed like I do, so we're going to use an electric mixer to create our meringue. First, let's add in our eggs to the mixing bowl. Then add your 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. This ingredient helps the meringue keep its shape once it's formed. Then we're going to turn on our mixer and let the eggs froth. And then we add in our sugar slowly and patiently. Here is how it looks like as we pick up the speed. You're going to want to use just about your highest setting possible. keep mixing until the mixture turns a glossy white and gives you steep peaks. Let's test to see if our mixture is complete. Take out a small spoon with a dollop and try to see if you can take it off. If it stays, it is done. Now, let us move in our meringue into a Ziploc bag to use as a piping gel. We're going to use this bag to pipe on the shapes of the bones. Now that all of your meringue is inside of the bag, we're going to twist the top till it comes to a point. Then we are going to snip the tip. Get out a baking sheet and line it with parchment paper. Now we're going to pipe on the shape of the bones using a single continuous movement. In the centuries long of being a vampire, I came to discover meringue back in the 17th century by cooks who used bundles of straws like whisks. Meringue is a foam of air bubbles enclosed in egg white and stabilized by sugar. While quite simple in its ingredient list, as you've come to find out, it has a bit of technique involved. The meringue we've made today is of the classic French style. It's the easiest way to make meringue, since it simply involves whisking egg whites with sugar. As such, it will usually need to be baked, so it's best used when folded into other batters to give them a lift and a lightness, or baked, like these, for crunchy meringue cookies. The Italian style is the most stable of the three, because it requires hot sugar syrup to be drizzled into the whipped egg whites, so you get beautiful, fluffy peaks. It'll be satiny in texture and will give you tall, proud peaks. And lastly, the Swiss style is smoother and more dense than the French meringue, but less stable than the Italian. It has a marshmallowy meringue. It's made by beating egg whites and sugar together in a double broiler, which is a pan or bowl set above boiling water, until the sugar is fully dissolved and the mixture is hot to the touch. It's then removed from the heat and further beaten until doubled in volume. The Swiss meringue tends to achieve less volume than the other varieties because the sugar is added early on in the whipping process, inferring with the ability of the egg proteins to unfold and bond with each other to form the walls that support the little bubbles of air. Using the extra meringue, I decided to construct a small little skull to go along with my bones. But see, look at how cute he's coming out. Now that we've constructed our bones, preheat your oven to 225 degrees Fahrenheit or 110 degrees Celsius. We're going to bake these for an hour to an hour and a half, or until firm. Come now, my pet. It's time to put this all together. I chose to plate these with some of my antique silverware, as well as this cute little coffin box I found at Michael's. Stack them as you will, like a treasure trove of bones poking out. Here is a close-up of the sugar skull. Lovely how it turned out. And here we are, what we all shall become but a stack of bones. These are delectable and help curb my cravings, so I guess for now, you're safe, my pet. Now, this concludes today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe down in the subscription box below. And if you'd like to see more and behind the scenes of these videos, give me a follow on Instagram and on Facebook at Alquatica. Stay tuned, for next week we're going to be making bloodshot eyes. So this vampire will see you next week. Stay hungry. Now get out before I change my mind. Ciao.